Mama, there goes that man.
Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? It's your boy King Bean, and I'm back with another episode of King's Bean Court, and it's hosted by yours truly, your boy King Bean. So, today, guys, I want to talk to you guys about teamwork. And now, I got inspired by watching the NBA Finals this year and watching the Golden State Warriors and how they defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers in 6 games. And they basically used teamwork because Steph Curry, although he was the MVP of the league this year, Andre Iguodala won the MVP of the NBA Finals, and then this was a man who was a starter but came off the bench this season for the first time in his career, and he did start some games in the final, but he ended up winning the MVP, and he was the key cog for the Golden State Warriors to become champions that they since they haven't been champions in 40 years. You know what I'm saying? And if you watch the other half of the game, you know LeBron James was basically the MVP of the series, and if you really want to take it there, averaging all kinds of career highs. I don't have his stats with me right now, but he was a man amongst an island. He was by himself basically. He was on the island by himself, and it was just him versus the Golden State Warriors. So this is why I wanted to talk to you guys about teamwork. Now, this is just some of my philosophies. I'm not going to be correct in everything that I say with this, and you may not agree with what I say. That's great, and you may agree with what I say, and that's fantastic too. I would love it. I would love to be right all the time, but the truth of the matter is I am not right all the time, and that really does hurt my feelings. It really does. No, just kidding. But anyway, and if you have any comments, go ahead and just leave them down below, man. Give me some suggestions. Hey, give me some stuff that I can learn from too, because we're all here to learn. We're here to learn. We're here to grow. We're here to become better human beings in this crazy thing that we call life. Now, as I said before, I'm going to talk to you about teamwork. And this is going to be a 3-part series. This is not going to be just some one and done thing, because there's a lot to talk about and it's a lot to cover and give you some of what I think and what some of my feedback is, what some of the experiences that I learned over during my lifetime on this earth. So, in the first part, basically what I want to focus on is the importance of team building, having a quality team. Excuse me, I meant to say a quality team. It's important to have a quality team. In part two, what I want to discuss with you guys is also the importance of learning from your mistakes and how important that is to learn from your mistakes. And part three, probably the most crucial part of this 3-part series, will be focused on nothing but leadership and what if and remember again, guys, this is coming from my perspective. This is not coming from somebody else's that wrote this down for me. I'm just giving you my thoughts. And again, I say that because I may not be right, or I may have left out some things that you may feel, hey, this is important to add that in. And feel free, by all means, feel free to add, comment, to disagree, or what have you, so we can have a healthy discussion on what it takes to be a part of a great team and to be able to achieve your goals, because that's the number one thing. You want to be able to achieve goals. So without further ado, so let's get into this. So the importance of building a quality team, that is probably the most crucial aspect of anything that you have in life if you want to achieve any kind of goal or going anywhere in life. Of course, you can do this all by yourself, but again, you have to be like LeBron James and really struggle to get where you want to get. And sometimes you don't have a choice, and you just have to do it. Maybe it is you versus the world, and that's great. And you, if you succeed, that is fantastic. That is, I'm not knocking anybody for that, but for the most part, everybody needs a team. Everybody needs help. Somebody needs help sometime, somewhere. But and that's why it's important to have a quality team behind you, because when you don't have a quality team behind you, if you have a lame team behind you, I said lame, 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 a lame team behind you, trust me, that it's going to be that much more harder for you to achieve whatever kind of goal you want to get, or whatever the group wants to get. If you don't have people that want to work with you and to move forward and to become better at whatever you want to become better at. Now, again, like I said, it's with building a quality team. You're going to understand there's going to be some benefits into having a quality team. And some of the benefits are you don't have the workload all to yourself. That's one of the biggest benefits of that is you don't have the whole workload to yourself. You can just do your job and play your position, as it were, to play your position, and you can achieve what you can achieve, and then you can feel good about what you did. But when you don't have that kind of camaraderie and people not doing their part, then it's going to be a lot harder for you to get there. Now, again, that goes into another aspect of knowing your role. Everybody has a role on the team. Everybody has a role on the team. And if you don't know your role on the team and what you can bring and contribute to that team, it's going to be to the detriment of the team because you're not going to be able to grow. It's going to stunt your growth. It's going to stunt whatever you want to achieve, whatever you want to do. Also, another benefit to having a group that's there with a quality team, you have creativity. There's some things you can bounce off of people. Things that you may get in a rut, somebody may suggest A, B, or C, then you do A, B, or C, and that could help you get over. And that also can help you get through a problem, which is great because everybody doesn't think alike. No two, you can look at a picture and no two people will see the same thing in the same picture. Unless you're looking at me, then you just see greatness. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. But seriously, life is all about perspective sometimes. Some people can look at a glass of water and see if it's, they look at it and say it's half full or it's half empty. It all depends on what your mind state is. And your mind state is very important. Your mindset is very important, especially if you want to achieve whatever goal that you want to have. Now, also with your mindset, and knowing what you're going to do and focusing on it, everybody working towards that goal, you must be in agreement. Because if you're not in agreement, then of course it's not going to work. For the most part, it will never work. You know, there's a quote that Les Brown liked to say that I know he quoted from the Bible, but I can't tell you where to find it at in the Bible. He said, unless two agree, you can't walk together. And that's just a quick synopsis of basically what he said. And there's another quote that he had from Sidney Poitier that Sidney Poitier wrote in a book called A Measure of a Man. He said, inevitably, if there's two people walking together, it's either if you're walking with somebody, it's either you're walking to their pace or they're walking to your pace. But the question is, whose pace are you walking to? Now, when you say something like that, that's just, again, a little synopsis, a paraphrasing of what he said. It's not as powerful as Les Brown. Now, you can check out Les Brown on YouTube. Got tons of motivational speaking on YouTube. But what he's saying is, you're going to adjust to the people that you're around. If you're around people who are quote unquote losers or not trying to do anything positive, that's what you're going to end up being. If you're around people who wants to do things, you're going to end up being it. There's that old saying, that old cliche, that birds of a feather, they flock together. And it's not a cliche just because somebody thought it sounded good. It's because it is what it is. It's truth. And usually it is truth if you start thinking about it. Another thing you should think about too when it comes to money. I didn't think about this until I heard Les Brown say this, and I know I'm quoting him a lot. But the people that you surround yourself with, I guarantee you make within $3,000 of the people that you hang out with. So what is that telling you? If you want to make more or earn more, you got to start hanging out with people who make more money. I know that sounds real lame. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but hey, it is what it is. So that's just a little nugget that I want to give to you guys. But again, building your team is highly important. Remember that you can't do it by yourself. I mean, you can do it by yourself, but it's not that much fun when you do it by yourself. It's always much better when you sharing and completing a goal. You look at military guys. They're all on one team, and they're gonna go take over Iraq or what have you. Now, I'm not talking about Don't get it twisted and going in, was the war right or wrong? I'm just talking from a sense of camaraderie and teamwork. The military get together. You look at football. You look at football. You got your offense, the defense, and your special teams in football. These guys, they all work to one goal, to beating their opponent. Same thing with basketball. I'm more familiar with basketball. I love basketball. And again, if you looked at the Golden State Warriors, everybody knew their role. They knew where to go. They knew when to shoot, who was supposed to shoot at what time, and where to get the ball. They were unselfish. They played their parts. There's another team that's like that. That's like the San Antonio Spurs, which I hate that team because I am a Laker fan. But I digress. But again, they play well together. And also on everybody's team, you always going to have a superstar on your team, no matter what. That always happens. It's always going to be somebody who's going to be better than you in something, or you may be that person who's better than anybody else or everybody else in the group. But the key is to lift them up, to have them stretch, make them reach, make them go out and have them become better people, have them become better, so you can lift the whole team up. So when you get in there and you finally win, then all you guys can celebrate, and you will enjoy the fact that you guys have came together with one goal, with one like mind, and you got there and you achieved it, and you achieved greatness out of it. No matter whatever the goal is or whatever the achievement is, you will greatly appreciate it a lot more. Especially, it's a lot better to celebrate. It's a lot better to celebrate with a group of people than it is to celebrate by yourself. Trust me, I know that. Because I play Superman by myself a lot and try to be Superman, Batman, whatever solo superhero there is. But even Batman, Superman, and all those guys had to get together and form the Justice League. So if Superman them need people, you need people too. So I'm working on myself to become a better person instead of just trying to rely on myself for everything. So I think to you guys as well, get quality people in your life, get quality people behind you, work well with other people. I think you'll be able to achieve your goals. And this is your boy King B, and I'm getting ready to sign out right here. But that's just my thoughts on teamwork and team building. Just remember, the other two videos are coming. We got again the importance of learning from your mistakes and leadership. That'll be part 3. Thanks, guys.